Hello, this is Gus again. Gus is a rocker, as some people know me on YouTube. I'm going to take a little more serious note today about Zero G and our upcoming flight on June 27th. Many of you have asked me the date, and I forgot to tell you about it. June 27th, 30 people. Cost is $7,500 for us deep pocket folks out there. And for all of you out there in YouTube land, the benefit of programs like this, of course, is to save lives. But you need to be thinking in terms of whose lives this money raised will be saving, because it could be your own. You think of your children, your parents, somebody that you know that doesn't have cancer right now. Think in those terms. You don't have cancer. But wouldn't you like to live in a world where there was, to coin another phrase, zero C, not zero G, zero C, zero cancer? You don't have a full comprehension of cancer until you've lived with it, or you've watched one of your loved ones dealing with it, and in my case, ultimately dying of it. My wife Judy got breast cancer back in 1985, and just really the beginning of her life, and she came through it just fine. In 2000, we came out here just before that to Seattle, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer in the other breast. While she was recovering and still taking chemo, they found fallopian tube cancer, which I guess is just another term for a type of ovarian cancer, which unfortunately has a lifespan of about 6 or 7 years, and she pretty well lasted that time period. But what you go through as a family and a person, what she went through, what I've had to go through in dealing with it, is absolutely horrendous. You know, some people see the happy folks there at the Susan B. Komen walks, the survivors and all that, but what you don't see is the hard side of dealing with cancer. Not only losing your hair, you lose your dignity. You're sick all the time. Chemo wears you out. It destroys good cells along with the bad cells if it kills the bad cells. You're constantly, the doctors are constantly looking for new medicines to ward off, you know, one cell when another one's growing. Back in 2004, we thought she was clean. Her tumor counts came down to 50. We didn't know there was another type of tumor growing, and tumor counts were 3,000. So no matter what we went through, nothing ever worked. She tried an experimental program which caused congestive heart failure. She got a bad heart valve out of it. She had a stroke. The last months of her life were absolutely agonizing for her, as they were for me. And we're not even talking about how this really impacts your family, the spouse, the children, and then ultimately, when they're near the end, the agony of the death. And then for us, you know, the agony of the dying is one thing, but when they do die, the death is permanent. Nothing's going to change it. There's nothing's going to bring them back. And what bigger killer do we have in this country than cancer? And the hardships that go with it. So, with that in mind, think of Zero G as Zero C. Contact the Fred Hutch. If everybody out there that saw this video on YouTube around the world, just send in $1, $2, $3, the money that could be raised for the research. It's research, folks. It's not the doctor in your office. It's research. And just think, your dollar could be the one that allows that technician somewhere or that doctor looking through the microscope maybe your dollar will be the one that he uses to take that final step into, I found the cure for ovarian, prostate, whatever it is. And they're making inroads. It's not like some diseases. I have muscular dystrophy. We've got nothing. MS has very little cancer. They're making strides. And it's only through the dollars that our government and individual people give to these researchers that will ever allow it to be stamped out. So dig into your pockets. If your stock market is going up today, take some of your gain. If you don't get it to the Fred Hutch, get it to the Susan B. Komen, get it to any cancer organization where they're out there researching and trying to find cures for cancer. So if I go ahead with this zero-G flight, I'm going to be keeping one thing in mind for the rest of my life, and as I work with the Hutch. 0C. No more cancer. 0C. Contact your favorite cancer organization today and give them a buck. Bye now.